Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live tonight from Watkins Glen for the XCL Cup Series, round 2. Good evening, Ginny. This is round 2, where we drive the Ferrari 488 Challenge Evo. Hey Loekie. Goedenavond. We are waiting another 3 minutes for free practice, where the drivers are preparing themselves for the qualification session. Fastest time in this practice session has set by Irish. Irish went to the pit lane, preparing himself for the qualification round. Let's go on board with El Bambino. So this is round 2 of the XCL Cup Series, which means that we have already done one round in the Porsche car, and I have some information somewhere. There's Bob applied for the top drivers, to the top finishers of last week. I've got some kilograms to make the field competitive, but I need a second to find these statistics. Here it is. Let's check if Nate is in the session. He won the race last week. Yes, Nate is car number 22 tonight. And he got some extra ballast, 40 kilograms. And then we have Mr. Storm. He is not in the session yet. Oh yeah, he is. He went on the podium on 2nd place last week and therefore got 38 kilograms of extra weight tonight. And Jeannie ended on 3rd last week and got 36 kilograms. And all the way down, 4th got 44, 5th got 32, and goes on the list. So the field should be pretty competitive tonight. Hey Slav, hello! Tsiep, I call you Tsiep. Good evening. Let's go with Irish. He's gonna be the first one out on the track tonight. As we are waiting for car number 22.
Green light, go, go, go.
So Irish will open the qualifying session on Watkins Glen for the XCL Cup Series tonight. We got a good filled grid of 24 cars. Could have been more. I think the limit was on 35 for tonight's race. And I'm very curious how the race will go tonight. As Irish will finish his outlap now. Let's do a onboard with Irish on the first lap on Watkins Glen. Here he goes into turn 1. The 90. A little bit of curb, you can make a wide exit here. You can take lots of track there. Into the S's, turn 2 and 3. Seventh gear. So I learned tonight that this car has 7 gears. Into the bus stop. Try to avoid the crash there. Onto the outer loop. Into turn 6. Shoot. Into turn 7. The toe into the straight called the boot. Hello Claude, good evening. Into turn 8, called the heel. If you see the track map, you know what they mean. Take as much curb as you can there. Into turn 9. And turn 11. Into the last corner, turn 11, sorry, now. And the time to aim for is a 1:47.790. Genie and Storm goes over it with 4/10. So we got 3 very competitive times on the board already. Let's check on car number 155. Oh, he already set the time. Car number 293. It's going to set his first valid lap. Nenmich Fuchs What's the correct way to pronounce that? Always a difficult part of the track, the bus stop. You need to take a lot of curb, but try to avoid that your wheels will dip the grass, because you will lose the car then. Call me Fox, that was it, yeah. Thank you, Lord. Call me Fox. Fox. What time will he set on the board? Will he get in the top 10 maybe? Looks like a decent lap. Climbs up to 7th. Good time. 9 tenths out of the on the leader. Let's go on board with Kai. Yeah, P12. Yeah, well, he got some more laps to practice maybe. To set a good time. I have never driven this car before on ACC. I think it's a difficult one. Low traction control, I think. Oh. Let's go on board with Metzacaster. Got some traffic in front. The car doesn't turn and doesn't brake. It's just fast on a straight line, Lord says. And Matt Sycaster jumps up the leaderboard to P5, so set a decent lap. Only 6 tenths off the leader. And we'll go for a second stint. Matt Addy in the 87 car. Running to the finish line to try to set a better time. And did so by not much on P19. Durwaarder is on P12 at the moment and starting his fresh lap. I didn't see him go for a second stint, so maybe he's now on low fuel to set a fast time. Deurwaarder is on one of the PlayStation races around here. We have in total 3 today, the rest is all on Xbox. So XCL stands for Xbox Community League. We also very welcome PlayStation drivers. Last turn for the Deurwaarder. Let's see if he can improve on his own time. P14 at the moment. Takes P8. What a decent lap. Very good. Big improvement. Iris took over P1. Only 3 thousandths of a second faster than Storm. And we see one car who did not set a time yet. It's Mr. F1 Turbund. Let's go on board with him. And he went off track there, so he will invalidate his lap. And Storm is on his out lap, I think. No, he's on his fast lap. Oh, sorry. Only 3 thousandths of a second difference with Irish for pole position. Last corner on the straight, run to the finish line. He did not improve. Metzecaster is on P3 at the moment. He's improving lap by lap. So Nate and Genie drop down 1 spot. Nate is P4 and P5 is for Genie. And Nate took over pole position with a 1:47.260. That's a very quick lap. Let's see if Metzecaster can join the top 3 with this lap. And no, he did not. He stays on P4, so he's going for his last lap now. So all the drivers out now on track need to cross the finish line before the 0-0 mark to get another lap in. Turbund did set a valid lap and is on P17 for now. And Nate is crossing the line and he is able to do another lap if he has enough fuel. He did not improve, but the time he set on P1 is impressive. German 1 there, crossing the line for his final lap. P11 at the moment. Climbs up to P8. Well done. And Irish goes into pit lane. Car number 169. Sir Kilowatt stays on the back of the field. Senior's Wine goes into pit. And Mets, I guess, there does the same. And Kai also goes into the pit lane, so all the guys invalidated the lap. Car number 717 Bambino on P15 climbs up one extra spot. Torbund on P17. Stays on P17. So only car number 22 is out, but that is Nate, which already took pole position. So is Nate gonna... Oh, he's invalidated his lap. So we have our qualification done. And the fastest lap is a 1:47.260. So let's write that down to remember in the race. So we see yet again that the top 10, top 11 is within a second. So that's a very competitive field. And with the weight adjustments of the ballast, we still see the top 3 manage with the extra ballast to get the same time in. So we're racing tonight in the XCL Cup Series with the Ferrari 488 on Watkins Glen. We are having a 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop with refueling and 25 seconds mandatory stand time. This means that you can choose to change tires for 5 seconds extra, because then your pit time will be 30 seconds. So maybe we can see some different strategies during the race, but most of the time people will change the tires because you will get those seconds back easily. So we got our grid order. On pole position we have Nate in the 22 car. Irish on second, Storm on third, and Matt Sycaster on fourth place. P5 is for Genie, P6 is for Karpachev, P7 for Albators, P8 for Sonic, P9 for German Wonder, 10th is Rekmar, P11 De Deurwaarder, P12 Call Me Fox, P13 is Sky, P14 Bambino, P15 is for Tsiep, and then we have Taco Crew, F1 Turbant, Robo Racer, MacWeb, Seniors Wine, Matt Eddy, Lorenzo, Sir Kilowatt, and Darmok. And if I remember correctly, Darmok is one of the fresh drivers around here. I saw some chatting in Discord today, if I'm correct. So good luck to him on his first race.
30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
'As we will see Nate going to lead the field for a formation lap, and we see one car teleported to the pit lane. Oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. That's my own car. That's my own car. So Nate is leading the field for this formation lap around Watkins Glen, where the drivers will warm their tires, warm their brakes, and get in the correct formation. I'm first time streaming with my keyboard, so I will be messing around with the cameras a lot, I think. So I will have some misclicks and got some bad camera views during the race. '24-car grid. Most of the drivers are Silver Plus and Bronze, and 2 cars are in the rookie class, Circulalot and Darmok. Quite long formation lap. Coming into the boot. The straight into turn 8. So good luck to everyone in this race. It's a long race, 45 minutes. So be patient. Don't win the race on turn 1. You won't. As Nate is leading the field through the last corners to run to the green lights. And here we go, run down to the finish line to start its race.
Green light.
And we have green lights. The XCL Pro Series Cup Series Round 2 is live. Running down to the first corner, going side by side, Iris and Nate. Great start by Iris. And Storm joins the party, and he starts seeing Irish and takes out the leader and second place holder, and there's another crash. So the top 3 already lost the positions. So we have a new race leader, I think, as we wait on the update of the leaderboard. So we have Genie now on P1 with already a gap on Matt Sycaster. And there's also already a car in the pit lane, so I think there was a lot of damage. No, Sir Kidalot. We have maybe missed that. So we have Sonic on P3 and Storm is now on P4, and I think Storm was the one causing that touch on Irish. So the top 3 drops down to 4th, 5th and 6th. Genie makes a gap on Matt Sycaster, trying to run away. 1.2 seconds already. The rest of the field is very close. Call me Fox in car number 293 on the back of Karpachev and the Deurwaarder going 3 wide. Running to the first corner. Tries to take advantage of them battling, yes, and he take over 1 position from Kai. Sets his car next to to Deurwaarder's car. Way battle here. The straight onto the bus stop. And a collision there. Going off. Be careful there. Could not really spot who that was, car number. It was Call Me Fox, yes. And we see the Deurwaarder still chasing down. Deurwaarder on the back of Kai. And we see that Karpachev teleported to the pits. And Sonic already set the fastest time of the race. And Bambino in his fight with Robo Racer for P12. On to the start-finish straight. Trying to get some slipstream, just like Robo Racer gets from McWeb. Robo Racer goes for a little peek on the inside. Keeps it on the racing line and got a way better exit than McWeb. And I think El Bambino also got more pace. Robo Racer on the back of McWeb. Too wide to the bus stop. What a battle. Stays clean. And Irish set the fastest time of the race on P4. And El Bambino is all over the back of McWeb. And Genie still pulling out 2 seconds away now from Matt Sycaster. He's doing a real good job. And here goes Bambino on McWeb on the inside. Turn 1. Needs to brake a little earlier and leaves the space, but got a great exit. Very nice. Let's go on with Nate, who looked like was close to Iris, but I think there was a little hiccup there. Iris got some space again. So we need to keep in mind that a lot of the top drivers have some extra ballast, because that's the way how this Cup Series goes. The top drivers on the championship will get extra ballast to try to make the field more competitive in all races. Got me Fox close to Kai. On the outside of the 23 car of Kai. And we got our first stop and go 30 for Karpachev. P18 at the moment and will need to serve a stop and go 30. That will bring him back on the field, back on the grid order. And peeking a little on the bus stop inside. And Combi Fox is under pressure by the Deurwaarder. And the Deurwaarder sets his car next to him on the outside, side by side. Combi Fox got still the lead. The Deurwaarder has the inside here, I think, but Combi Fox outbrakes him and looks like got the better exit also. Irish moved up to 3rd position. That went very quick. And Nate is on the back of Sonic. But Sonic is making no mistakes, being consistent, so the gap to Nate stays the same, but he moves forward to Irish. Sonic wants to get that P3 back from Irish, so it keeps him under pressure. Alright, let's check on the back of the field a little. As we have Karpachev on the last spot, P19. Still needs to serve his stop and go 30. Circuitalot on P18. And already got some blue flags, I think. Darmok on P17. A little lonely on the road there. Matt Addy is on P16. McWeb on P15. So he dropped back some places. Taco Crew on P15 and 14 is chasing down Senior's Wine for P13. Senior's Wine then on P13 and Bambino on P12 fighting for P11 with RoboRacer. He is close. And we see that Taco Crew is also on the back of Senior's Wine. Alright, and the Durward is on P10 chasing down Kai for P9. Let's get on board with him. Ooh, crashing there and a collision. Very bad spot to be in. And there's another crash. Big crash over there. It's taking out several cars. Not sure who it was. Tommy Fox survived, I think. That's car number 13 with a lot of damage. So we are going to see some pit stops. Yeah, it's Call Me Fox. Very damaged car. Very drivable. But who was the car that standed on the racing track? Very bad spot to be. Unfortunate, of course. Albertors on P6 on the back of Sonic, and got German Wonder also on his tail. So this is a three-way battle. Yeah, the Durwider is going into the pit lane to fix the damage on his car, I think. And oh, the Albertors almost lost the car. German Wonder needed to take some precautions there. So German Wonder goes for P6 now, and Albertors is on the back of German Wonder now. As Genie is still on pole position with a 4 seconds gap on Matt Sycaster. And Irish is on P3, set it the fastest lap of the race. And is 1 second away from Matt Sycaster, so Irish is improving big time. And then we have Nate on P4. We have a gap to Sonic on P5, over 4 seconds. That's enough for now to focus on P3. German Wonder and Albators still battling. Albators gaining on the outside. Got a good exit also, so we'll have some better pace. German Wonder tries to break the slipstream. And German Wonder pulls out. Guys on P8. 8 seconds away from P7. But he does not have to defend yet, so he can make some good laps on his own. Because El Bambino is more than 2 seconds away from him. On P9. And then we have Robber Racer on P10. So we see the race is settling. We have 3 pit stops already taken, but I think you see Call Me Fox is still in the pit lane, so he got a lot of damage to take care of. So the Deurwaarder is the leading car of the pitted cars at the moment. So we want to see where he ends up on the grid. I'm not sure if he took some damage earlier. Robber Racer on P10 going into the pit lane now. We are almost halfway this race, so there's a big chance a lot of drivers will come in. And maybe some are staying out because of tactics. Nate is close on Irish. The battle for P3. Nate and Iris both got some ballast. Nate has 40 kilograms ballast and Iris got 34. So overall, Iris should be a little slower than Nate. As Nate speaks a little bit on the inside to let Iris know he's there. Build the pressure up. A little bit of a big wing here. Nate on the outside. Oh, Iris is going for a pit. For the undercut he goes. And Genie is also in the pit lane. So that's interesting to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on Irish and on Nate. To see when Nate is going into the pit. And if he can make the overcut on Irish for third position. So Matt Sycaster is leading the race. Because the race leader just went into the pit. And let's see if Genie will come out in a clean track. He is. He got clean air in front. And Irish, car number 4, got a back marker in front of him. Car number 40, Darmok. So hopefully Darmok will let him pass. Ooh, alright. Very tough situation there. Irish late on the brakes, but I think he did not lost a lot of time there. Nate is still staying out of the pit lane because he got enough clean air. He tries to set some good laps in before he goes into pit lane to overcut Irish for 3rd position. And we see P number 3, 4 and 5. Metsycaster, Sonic and Albators are in the pit lane. Also Kai joins them in the pit lane. So soon we will see some changes on the board.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
We are halfway through the race. 22 minutes remaining. 12 laps done. 12 laps to go. As we see movement in the pit lane. Car number 420 is leaving the pit lane. Let's see where he will come out on the track. Metsycaster. And he got clean air in front of him. And Genie is in front of my Metsycaster. And Sonic, speeding in the pit lane, got a stop and go 30 to serve in his next 3 laps. So Sonic will drop down on the board. Mr. McWeb leaving the pit lane. Has got car number 69 in front of him. Taco Crew. And Genie is still in the lead with a 6 seconds gap on Metsycaster. Impressive. So he got 3 extra seconds after the pit stop he gained. German Wonder in pit lane. And El Bambino also in the pit lane. So we're gonna take a look on Nate. Keep an eye on the track map to see if he will go to pit or not. As Irish is closing up on Metsycaster. For P2, I think. I'm very curious how it will pace out for Nate. Because he got so much nice clean track around him. He can really focus and race his own laps at the moment. As German Wonder is leaving the pit lane. And here we got Albators. I think that's Albators. Yep. And just in front of him. So if I'm correct, they have the same order as they had before the pit stops. And is that a blue flag car in front? Cannot see the car number. Yeah, he is blue flagged. So it's still the job of the overtaking car to do it cleanly. But sometimes it's better to just lift your throttle a little to let the faster cars go by. And Nate is in the pit lane, so let's focus on Irish to see where Nate will come out on the track. Will he make the overcut? Or will Irish stay in position. Alright, I see movement. Nate is running down the pit lane. Here, oh no, and Irish. He lost his position to Irish. With a big gap also, a few seconds. So well done by Irish. But still, 2 seconds gap, so Nate must be able to close the gap to Irish. Also because Irish will get on a fight with Metzygaster fast. And maybe they will slow down a bit because of their battle. And on P12 we have a little battle between Mad Eddie and the Deurwaarder for 11th position. Through the bus stop they go. Irish still chasing down Metzygaster. The gap is still the same. So Metzygaster is doing some great laps also. Genie still on P1. Got a 6.2 seconds of a gap. And Nate on P4. And German Wonder on P5. Got 30 seconds of a gap on Nate. And getting chased by Albators with a 1 second gap. Behind Albators we have Kai on P7. The rest of the field is pretty spread out. Albambino on P8 in the 717 car. P8 is not bad. I'm not sure what his starting position was. Albambino started on P14, so he improved 6 positions. And as we speak, Nate set the fastest lap time of the race. Took it over from Irish. And got a 2 second gap on Irish. On P9 we have a rubber racer. Trying to close the gap on Albambino. And then MacWeb closing down the top 10. As we see MacWeb chasing down a car which is blue flagged, so he is gonna pass that car soon. De Deurwaarde is on P11. Mad Eddie on P12. And Sonic with a big gap because of his stop and go 30. Sonic is on P13. Seniors Wine P14. And Darmok on P15. Balmy Fox on P16 because of the damage after the crash. Taco Crew on P17. Karpachev also got a stop and go 30. Richie served already and he still needs to make his pit stop. And Sir Killalot closes the field on P19. And Iris and Nate. Nate closed the gap to Irish. 6 tenths now remaining. So we are going to witness a 3-way battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th position. Irish is in between of them. So needs to attack and needs to focus on Nate as well. So chasing down the purple Ferrari of Mats Kester. And good to know is that I think Matt Kester did not drove round 1. And that means that he doesn't have any ballast added to his car. As Nate goes on the inside, outside now of Irish. Tries to keep it next to him. Into the last turn. A little slipstream train here. And then we have a long full throttle part of the track. And a little mistake by Mats Kester going off. Keeps the car on the track, but lost his position to Nate and Irish. So we got a new 3rd place holder and 4th place holder, who are still battling for that 3rd position. Bumper to bumper. For that 2nd position, I'm sorry. Battle for 2nd. Very close racing. On the outside. And the first corner is very important in this matter. Got some slipstream from Irish. Little snappy. You can see in Nate's rear view mirror that Mats Kester is on his back again. Nate sets his car next to Irish for the bus stop. Lost a little bit of his time there. We are just gonna stick to these guys, because this is the closest battle at the moment. And Nate tries to set his car again next to Iris's. All over the back. Tries to find a spot to overtake, to set his car next to Iris's car. This is very good driving. Onto the long straight, to the bus stop. Let's see if Nate can make the move here. No, only peaks, I think. And the bus stop is not the best spot to overtake. Very dangerous. We see Taco Crew on P17. Oh, and a crash there. Car number 40, Darmok, runs into the wall. And Taco Crew moves up a spot to P16. It's impressive how close they are. Lap over lap. Nate's being patient. But every time on the straight into the bus stop, Nate got better pace than Irish on the back straight. And here we go again onto the back straight. Ooh, Irish went a little wide there. Onto the boot. Slipstream, and Mad Caster almost lost his car, but managed to keep it on the track. But certainly lost the gap to Nate. Nate next to Irish, taking the wider line. Still side by side. Irish on the inside. And just in front of Nate, very important. Nate still on the back of Irish. What impressive stuff there. Nate is just a little bit quicker than Irish on particular corners. Here goes Nate on the inside. Yeah, it's a very tough spot to overtake without collision or touching. So he needs to find a different spot to make it work. As we have got in the last 3 minutes of the race, which Genie is still leading. With a very well created gap of almost 10 seconds on Irish. And you see Matt Kester is improving, closing down the gap on Nate. So maybe by the end of the race he can join this little fight. Well, little fight, big fight they have. I think it's already lasting more than 8 laps. And here we go again on turn 1. Nate will have better exit again. Will he have the pace going around the outside? But he got the better line here on the bus stop. Cars are bouncing over the curbs. Let's get a little bit on-board action with Nate. Irish with a little mistake, and I think Nate got the best chance of the race here to move up to P2. But that outside line is much worse than the inside. So Irish is still in front, but Nate got a good corner there.
The leader is on the final lap now.
And Genie is on the final lap of this race. So we got one more lap to do. So final opportunity for Nate to make a move on Irish. On to the back straight again. Got the straight line speed. And Matt Kester also on the back of Nate. This is going to be interesting. Matt Kester wants to join that podium. Oh, a little mistake by him, by Matt Kester there. Let's get on board with our race leader. Gonna take the last few corners to bring home the victory. A very deserved victory for Genie. Well deserved victory. What a great job, with a gap of 10 seconds to Irish. Runs down to the finish line. And this is your race winner, Attendant Genie.
The leader has finished the race.
Well done, mate. Irish Still holding strong on P2. With Nate behind him closing up the podium and Matt Sycaster on P4. Very strong race by the top 4 drivers here. German Wonder takes home P5. Well done. And Albators with car number 1, 2, 3 taking home P6. Well done, good job. Guy on P7. And followed by El Bambino on P8. And Rubber Racer with the number 2 car on P9. Good race by him also. And McWebb onto the final corners. Started his race on P19 and closes the P10, the top 10. Great improvement. Sonic, yeah, started up on P8, finished P11, got a stop and go 30. Very unlucky for him, but I think still a good result. Yeah, Son just quit, but we had 19 drivers during the second part of the race. Call Me Fox is on P12, already in the pit lane, parked his car. Take a cruise upside down. Finished P13, Darmok on P14, Gorbachev P15 and Sir Killalot P16. No, not that I'm aware of. Lord? Yeah, that was impressive. Upside down. Yeah, we started with 25 drivers and 19 remaining at the end of the race. And just before you joined, I think some already quit after they finished. But we had a big crash somewhere around the middle of the race. I think some people quitted there. But it was an interesting race. I think Nate and Irish got like half of the screen time. And Genie is in the chat. Let's give him some credits for his victory in this race. Very strong performance. Very solid, consistent. Congrats, congrats. Maybe we can do some replays also, because I want to see the race start, so let's check if we can do that live on the stream. Maybe it's a little messy, but I think no, I don't have to replay. I was too late. Too bad. We had a crash on the top 3 drivers at lap 1, and Genie took great advantage of that and took the lead for the whole race. So well done.
Green light, go, go, go.
No mistakes today, Genie. Yeah, very, very good. Oh, he got fastest lap, yeah. But you will have a few rounds for you to show this good racing as today, and you will be on the top of the championship. I'm sure about that. Yeah, we can do an interview, of course. Yeah, it's nice maybe next time to try and have the replay ready. And then we can do some after race reviews. And maybe some interviews. But I missed the replay. I only have after the reset, I think. Yeah. So that's too bad. Thank you, Shumi. There was not that much action, but we had great footage of Nate and Irish and Matt Sagaster also. So that's worthy for those guys to watch back. I will let them know in the Discord chat also. And for now, I want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for the good racing. And we will be back next week. And let's see if I can find Cup Series. We got next week, the 12th of November, on Donington. We are driving the Lamborghini Hurricane Super Trophy Evo 2. So I will see you guys next week, next Tuesday. And have a good night. And I see you next week. Bye bye.